Y'all ever have any days where you just realize, like, damn, I have a lot of thoughts running through my head right now, and the wheels just keep spinning and spinning and spinning, and then you come to the realization, like, wow, I've got a lot of mental clutter right now, and if there was only a way that I could get rid of it. Mental clutter is pretty normal. It's a part of most people's days, especially guys that are pretty busy. Not even that, people that just think a lot and just they have to be on the move and just pick up a lot of things and think about it and internalize it. If you're not careful, you'll end up with a lot of mental clutter. There are some tactics and some things that I do to get rid of it pretty easily that you can too. The first thing that I like to do is to filter out my social media. That is super important. Y'all have no idea how much of an influence social media has on our thoughts and things that we think about on the daily. There's a lot of times where I'll log on, I'll be on Instagram, for example, and I'll watch a reel, and they've got me hooked. And then by the end of it, I realize, like, I just gave away 20 seconds of my life that I can't get back watching something pretty stupid on my screen that I could have just gone past and skipped. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, all these things that are on there, they're just a bunch of fillers. They're just there to waste your time and preoccupy you and keep you idle and keep you stagnant. So best thing to do, or the number one thing to do, in my opinion, is filtering out your social media. Get rid of all that stuff, man. All these fillers, all these things that don't make you any more knowledgeable, or they don't make you any smarter. They don't get you to the bag. You know what I mean? For example, there's guys that like to follow up on celebrities. I can't understand why, because these guys are just human beings that for some reason society's decided to place on a pedestal. It's insane. Like, I don't care about this person and what they're doing. If they're walking on a beach, like, I don't care. Like, filter all that stuff out. It has nothing to do with me getting to the bag or becoming a better person. Filter all that stuff out and watch how much your mental clears up. There's a lot of things on there as well that emotionally trigger people because the posts are emotionally charged. Now, if you're that sort of person, it's really good for you to filter those things out so that you don't have to deal with it. And the option's there for you, but some of you don't like to use it because for some reason you like to be in that state of being emotionally triggered by something so that you can go complain to the next man about it, which, I don't know. For me, it's weird. I can't understand it, especially when it brings problems into your life, like mental clutter. And at number two, the second thing that I like to do is writing down my thoughts. When I have a lot going on in my mind and I can't calm my thoughts, or I can't place them in order how I want them to be, I find that writing down what I'm thinking helps me out a lot. When I get things out on paper, it's almost like having a full bladder, taking a piss, and you feel light again. Because when you get everything down on paper, it's out of your mind. It's gone from your mind to the pen and down to paper, and you're done with it. And also, it helps you to, read. When you read what you've written down, you're able to see your thoughts a bit more clearly because you've taken the time to sit and organize them in writing. Organize your thoughts in writing. It makes things 10 times easier, and it really helps with mental clutter, especially for me. And I recommend that y'all do that too, instead of sitting around and just having these thoughts go around in your head and just having them play over and over again without doing anything about it. It's not going to help you out a lot. So just help yourself. Sit down, write down your thoughts, get them on paper, and I swear it'll help you out so much. The last thing that I like to do sometimes, this is if you're strong enough to do it, and this is, it's not something that I do often, but it's something that I do when I have time. And that's that I'll sit or just be going about my day and I'll just let my thoughts run. Just let them run. Whatever it is I'm thinking about. Because when I have mental clutter, usually it's with things of importance that I either have to do or I have an obligation to, or just things I have to fulfill. It's not a bunch of mindless stuff. It's usually things that I have an obligation to, that I have to do. And it can get pretty cluttered up there if I don't organize things and plan it out. So what I'll do is I just let those thoughts run and I'll do nothing with them. Me being the sort of person that I am, especially nowadays, I have enough control to just let things be and just let it run because I understand that I'm not my thoughts. My thoughts are always going to be my thoughts. For example, I could stand right here and I could think about a huge needle falling through the roof and piercing my foot, but it's not going to happen because I'm not my thoughts. So that's another thing to remember. You're not your thoughts. Once you understand that and just let your thoughts run, there's no harm done. No harm, no foul at all. Alright, that's it for this video. There's a few ways that or a few tactics that I like to use when it comes to releasing mental clutter. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.